Alright YouTube, so the Fallout 76 information has been kind of dry, and it probably will be up until QuakeCon, so I figured, hey, let's make a video. We gotta make a video. It's been a few days, so let's talk about some shit. So I said this in my last non-gaming video, but for those of you that have subscribed for gaming content, potentially Fallout 76 stuff, this is generally the other half of what I upload. So usually on my channel we do gaming news and discussion videos, but I also do commentary on really anything that I want to talk about. And this video today is pretty much a second part to a video I did about a year ago or more called the Too Soon Argument. And as is pretty obvious by the title of that video, it's discussing the too soon argument. So like if a celebrity dies and there's already memes made like the next day or, you know, however long after the person has died, people are like, hang on bro, it's too soon. And I made a video discussing that because to me there should be no too soon argument. Like, it doesn't logically make sense to me that there's a window of time of when it's eventually okay for you to make fun of this person that has recently died. Like, how does that make sense? Like, either if you're offended by the joke, that means that it should never be okay. There should be no too soon. Like, hey man, if a week passes, then now it's okay. Now you can make fun of this dead person who died tragically, but, you know, if it's been, you know, less than 24 hours, it's too soon, bro. Like, does that make sense to you guys? Like, how is that at all possible? Like, what is you have a time limit for where, you know, making fun of a dead guy's okay? And it doesn't actually just pertain to, like, people that have died. A lot of this video, like, the inspiration for this video, if you will, is the Demi Lovato shit. Like, she overdosed on heroin. I've also seen articles and people talk about how she didn't actually OD, but that could just be, like, her company and her managers and shit trying to cover her ass. But regardless, it was talked about that she OD'd, so there's memes everywhere that she has OD'd. And when you share those, you get a lot of people who are like, oh my god, this is tragic. How dare you? She was recovering. She relapsed. Blah, 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 blah. And of course, already famously, Pewdiepie shared a Demi Lovato heroin meme on his Twitter that he had to rapidly delete. It was this old meme format that says, Mom, can you give me money for burger? The mom says to buy burger. Demi Lovato says yes. And then it says, actually buys heroin like a boss. And people freaked out about this because Demi Lovato is so special because she's a fucking heroin addict. Fuck Demi Lovato. To me, it's so frustrating when people get mad about this shit. Why? Because she's a celebrity? Because she's famous? How many people a day do you think overdose from heroin? And do you pay any mind to those people? Hell no, you don't. You don't give a shit about them because they're not famous. They're not popular. Not to mention she was talking about recovery, you know, and preaching sobriety and all this shit, and then she relapsed. Like, how much does she let down her fans by doing that shit if she did actually OD? And look, here's my mindset, here's my viewpoint on it, and it's gonna be a bit polarizing, but I do not give a fuck about people that are drug addicts. Like, to me, I have no addictions, bro. Like, I never, like, you know, grew up, you know, smoking cigarettes or smoking weed or whatever, and, like, got addicted to this shit, or doing some other kind of drugs and had some crazy addiction where I'm, you know, pawning my fucking electronics to make sure I got enough money to buy whatever it is that I'm addicted to. Like, I absolutely know that addiction is a real thing, but in my mind, it doesn't make sense to me, because there's plenty of people out there who quit doing shit cold turkey, and that's it. And I've never been addicted to anything, so it doesn't really make sense in my mind. But the point is, like, if you look at a substance like heroin, or meth or something like that, and you know what it's made of, and what it's gonna do to you, why the fuck would you ever try it? Like, if it came out that, you know, Demi Lovato smoked a shit ton of weed, I would not care. But heroin is like a hardcore fucking drug. The thing is made up of some disgusting materials and ingredients. Like, why the hell would you ever do that? And for the most part, a lot of people inject heroin. Me being somebody who's not a goddamn drug addict, I don't know if you can smoke it or if you can, like, there's a pill form of heroin. I don't know how you do it. But what I know of heroin, you inject that shit into your arm. I don't know if Demi Lovato was doing that, but regardless, it's still disgusting. And I have no sympathy for her. And moving forward with the too soon argument discussion, I shared a meme on Instagram that kind of upset some people. So right here we have a picture of Matt Pat from The Game Theorist, obviously kind of teary-eyed, crying, upset, and the title of the video, in the meme at least, says that Fallout New Vegas 2 won't happen. And that was the meme, and I thought I'd share it because I thought it was kind of funny. Now this upset some people. Now for context, the actual video is about him talking about his friend who worked at The Game Theorist who actually committed suicide. Yes, I realize it's fucked up, but I did not create the meme. I just seen it on my Facebook timeline and decided to share it. I have a dark sense of humor. And I said this in my last too soon argument video. Like, people are upset with me because I'm sharing these memes. I'm not the one creating this shit. Those are the people you should probably go after. Those are the people who are sitting around waiting for a celebrity to die so they can make a damn meme about it. Those are the people you should be focused on. But me personally having a dark sense of humor, making light of a tragic situation, that's how I cope with shit. Now I'm not over here upset over, the Game Theorist guy dying, or Demi Lovato ODing on heroin. I don't give a shit about those people. I don't even know about them. But when it comes to people in my personal life who have died, I've gone to a lot of funerals over the past couple of years. That's how I cope with shit, man. I make jokes, I make light of the situation. Hell, we can go back to whenever Lil Peep died. I made a video about that because everybody, all over social media, was like, oh my god, hashtag rip Lil Peep. And I'm like, I never even heard of this guy. And I looked into his history, and he's a piece of shit. He's a guy who promoted drug use and all this other bullshit. And everybody's trying to be like, oh my god, we lost a fucking prodigy. And I'm like, I don't give it. This guy is addicted to Xanax, telling everybody who listens to his music to take Xanax. Like, fuck that guy. He took Xanax, it was laced with the wrong shit, and he fucking died because of it. That tells me that he's retarded. And really my biggest complaint with the too soon argument is you can't tell me you've never made some sort of dark or fucked up joke in your entire life. You can't tell me you've never made like a Michael Jackson joke, or maybe like a 9/11 joke, or a school shooter joke. Or if you've happened to never made those jokes, you can't tell me you never shared them or laughed at those kind of jokes before in your entire life. Like, every time a celebrity dies, you have this group of people who sit on this high horse. They sit up high on this pedestal and judge you. Like, how dare you? How dare you make fun of this person who is struggling in life? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't give a shit how crazy your life is because you are famous, you're a celebrity, you got a crazy-ass schedule. I'm over here struggling to get by because I'm not a goddamn millionaire, and you don't see me turn to drugs. So I find it pretty hard to have sympathy for somebody whose life is pretty damn easy. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much the video. I could ramble forever, but to wrap it all up, the too soon argument does not make sense to me. There should not be a window of time where it's okay. Like, if somebody just recently died, and I make a joke about it, and you're offended, there should never be a window of time where you're no longer offended. You just don't like me making fun of this person that you happen to like, that just recently went through something tragic, potentially a death. And really, in the end, comedy is subjective, so you can't tell me what I think is funny. So as usual, guys, let me know your thoughts below. We've gained a lot of subscribers since I last did that too soon argument video. So what are your thoughts on the too soon argument? And if you went on to enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Turn on notifications. Follow me on Twitter at D-David. I'm out of breath. I forgot what I was going to say. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Oh my god!